I was at this dinner party the other night, and of course crypto comes up. It always does, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this one guy, he's giving the whole pitch. He's like, it's permissionless. It's censorship resistant. Once money's in your wallet, it is yours. No government can touch it. And I'm just, nodding along because, that's the promise. That's the whole point.
It is. It's the dream. And honestly, for a lot of the original cryptos, that pitch is pretty much accurate. But there is this massive asterisk that usually gets left out of that conversation.
A massive asterisk.
Yeah.
Because I looked at the technical guide you sent over for today, and I realized that for most people, people holding stablecoins to keep their savings safe, that whole uncensorable idea is, well, it's basically a myth.
It's a total illusion.
We're looking at the two biggest digital currencies today, USDT, that's Tether, and USDC from Circle. And hiding right inside the code is something that looks a lot less like digital cash and a lot more like a kill switch.
Oh, it's more than a kill switch. Think of it like a remote detonation. We're not talking about an exchange freezing your account for, a security flag or something. We're talking about the issuers themselves, Tether, Circle, having the power to reach directly into your personal wallet and just freeze your funds.
See, that's the part that broke my brain a little. I always thought if I have my private keys, if I'm on a Ledger or MetaMask, I am the god of my own money.
Yeah.
But you're telling me they can freeze it right there in my wallet.
They can freeze it, they can make it completely unmovable, and in some pretty extreme cases, they can even wipe the balance to zero.
Wow. Okay, so before everyone listening has a heart attack and panic sells everything, let's just set the stage. We aren't trying to spread FUD here, fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
No, not at all. This is about digital hygiene. It's about knowing what you actually own. If you drive a car, you should know where the brakes are, right?
And check them once in a while.
Yeah. Exactly. So our mission for this deep dive is to explain precisely how this freeze mechanism works and then turn everyone listening into a little bit of a blockchain detective. We're going to show you how to check if a wallet is blacklisted and what to do if you ever find yourself on that list.
I love that, looking under the hood. So let's start with the basics. When we say freeze, what does that actually look like for me, the user?
Well, in crypto, it's arguably worse than in a bank because it's so confusing. Imagine you open your wallet, you see your balance says $50,000 in USDT. It looks real.
It's right there.
But then you try to send it somewhere. To cash out, to pay someone, you hit send, and nothing. The transaction just fails.
It just bounces back.
It gives you an error on the blockchain itself. The network just rejects the transfer. It's like having a stack of cash that's, glued to your hand. You can see it, but you can't spend it.
That's a terrifying thought. So the guide you sent over mentions two types of freezes, a level 1 and a level 2. Level 1 looks pretty simple.
Right. Level 1 is the service level freeze. That's what most people think of. It's when, say, Coinbase or Binance locks your account.
And that's just a company decision, isn't it? It's not the blockchain itself.
Exactly. The tokens are fine. If you could magically get them out of that exchange, they'd work. The exchange is just a gatekeeper that's refusing to open the gate for you. It's a customer service problem, basically.
Okay, that I can deal with. I can call someone.
Yeah.
But level 2, the smart contract freeze, this is the one that feels like something out of science fiction.
This is our focus, the issuer freeze. And to get this, you have to understand that USDT and USDC are not like Bitcoin.
How so? They're all crypto.
Think of it like this. Bitcoin is like a gold bar. If you have it in your safe, no one can just turn it off. There's no CEO of gold who can press a button and make your gold turn to lead.
Right.
Stablecoins are more like casino chips. You hold a chip that represents $1, but it only works because the casino says it does. And if the casino boss thinks you're counting cards, they can tell the dealer, don't cash that guy out.
And the casino boss here is the smart contract code running on, say, Ethereum or TNON.
Bingo. These tokens are managed, and inside their code is a literal list of addresses called the blacklist. If your wallet address ends up on that list, the contract is programmed to automatically reject any transaction you try to make.
So it's not the police stopping you. The money itself just refuses to move.
The code that governs the money refuses to execute the command. Yes.
You said something earlier about them being able to destroy the tokens. Can we go back to that? Because freeze is bad, but destroy sounds a lot like theft.
Well, they'd call it asset recovery or compliance. If a freeze is linked to really severe criminal activity, terrorism financing, a major hack, the issuer often has the power to just wipe that balance. They essentially burn the tokens in your wallet and can mint new ones for themselves or for law enforcement.
So my $50,000 doesn't just get stuck. It actually goes to zero.
It ceases to exist, at least in your wallet.
That just shatters the whole uncensorable narrative. It's just centralized finance wearing a decentralized trench coat.
That is the trade-off. You get the price stability of the dollar, but the price you pay is that you are trusting Tether and Circle not to flip that switch on you.
Okay, so trust but verify. That's the motto. The source material shows us how to actually check this list, right? It's public.
That's the one silver lining here. Because it's all on public blockchains, the kill switch isn't hidden in some vault. It's out in the open for anyone to see.
I want to walk through this because I tried it and it feels like you're a hacker, but it's really, really simple. The guide lays out a few scenarios. Let's start with USDT on the Tron network.
Tron is super popular for USDT. The fees are tiny, but because of that, it's also where a lot of, let's call it gray area activity happens. So that blacklist gets used a lot.
Okay, so I'm a freelancer. I get paid 5,000 USDT on Tron. How do I check if it's clean?
You go to tronscan.org. It's the official Explorer. You don't need to log in. You just need the main contract address for USDT.
Which starts with TR7NHQ. We'll put the full thing in the show notes.
You search for that contract. Then you click the contract tab, and inside that, a button that says read contract. This is the part that looks intimidating.
Yeah, I saw that. It's a big list of numbered functions. Looks like code.
It is, but you just scroll. You're looking for a function called is blacklisted or sometimes get blacklist status.
And when I find it, there's a little box next to it.
Yep. You paste your wallet address in that box, or even better, the address of the person sending you the money, and you hit call.
And then it just spits out an answer.
True or false?
It's that simple. True means.
True means you are cooked. That address is frozen. Do not accept money from it. Don't send to it. It's radioactive.
And false means I'm in the clear.
False means you're safe for now.
Uh-oh. That, for now, sounds ominous. We'll get to that. But quickly, what about Ethereum? Is it the same process?
Same idea, different website. You go to etherscan.io, find the USDT contract there, starts with 0xD AC17. Go to the Read Contract tab.
The guide says the line numbers can change on Etherscan.
They do sometimes. The site gets updated, so don't memorize item 9. Just look for the words is blacklisted, paste the address, click query.
And for USDC, Circle's coin.
Same thing on Etherscan. The contract address starts with 0BAC-A0B8. Look for is blacklisted. It's usually around item 12.
That's surprisingly easy. You're just querying the currency's own database.
It's a level of transparency you'd never get from a normal bank. You can't just look up Bank of America's internal watch list.
Okay, but this brings us back to your safe for now comment. The guide talks about the clean wallet fallacy. So seeing false today isn't a guarantee for tomorrow.
That's the nuance that gets people. The blacklist is a living document. An address can be perfectly fine for years, and then suddenly a court order comes in, and boom, it gets flipped to true.
So if I take money from someone who seems okay, but 2 years ago he got it from a hacker.
You are now holding the hot potato, and when the investigation catches up, your wallet could be the one frozen.
But wait, there's another layer. The invisible risk. The guide mentions risk scores. This isn't even on the blockchain, is it?
No, and this is where being a blockchain detective kind of hits a wall. You can check Etherscan. It says false. You're not blacklisted. But then you go to deposit that money into an exchange, and they block you.
Why? If the issuer says, I'm clean, what's their problem?
Their problem is their compliance software. Exchanges use tools from companies like Chainalysis. These tools don't just look at your wallet. They look at the entire history of every coin in your wallet.
They're tracing the coin's family tree.
Exactly. And if your funds pass through a darknet market or a sanctioned address 3 hops ago, your risk score goes up. And if it's too high, the exchange's system just automatically says, nope, we don't want this.
So I could be free to move my money on chain, but I'm basically banned from all the off-ramps that turn it back into dollars.
Precisely. You have a valid crypto that no reputable business will ever touch.
That's a huge distinction. Clean on chain is not the same as clean for compliance.
Not even close.
Okay, let's go to the absolute worst-case scenario. I'm listening, I check my address on Etherscan, and I see the word true. My heart sinks. I'm frozen. What on earth do we do?
First thing is, stop. Don't panic. Don't go on Twitter and start yelling. You need to diagnose the problem. Is it an exchange freeze, level 1, or the smart contract freeze, level 2?
Okay, if it's the exchange, I just can't withdraw from their site.
Right. And the solution there is painful, but it's standard. You open a support ticket, you get ready to KYC until you can't see straight, you send them your ID, proof of where the funds came from, screenshots, everything. You're basically at the mercy of their compliance department.
But if it's the smart contract freeze, if I see true on Etherscan myself,
That's a much steeper hill to climb. Now you have to deal with Tether or Circle directly. You have to go to their official websites and find their specific asset recovery page.
and I'm guessing they don't have a 24/7 live chat for that.
Not quite. They're dealing with requests from law enforcement all over the world. Your request is a drop in the ocean. You need to submit all your evidence, who sent the funds, why, proof that it was legitimate.
And do they have to unfreeze you?
Absolutely not. The source is very clear on this. They aren't a court. They're a private company. If they have a request from the FBI or they suspect the funds are illicit, they are not going to unfreeze it just because you asked.
This brings up the biggest warning in the whole guide. The scams.
Oh, this is so important. The second you go on Telegram or Reddit and post, "Help, my USDT is frozen," you are throwing chum in the water. The sharks will circle.
The bots just swarm in.
I can help you unfreeze it. My cousin works at Tether. Use this special tool to unlock your funds.
Just pay me a small fee in ETH first.
It is a lie. 100% of the time. There is no special software. There is no backdoor. The only people who can change that true back to false are the people with the admin keys to the smart contract. That means Tether or Circle. Full stop.
So anyone else who claims they can help is just trying to kick you while you're down.
They're trying to steal whatever you have left that isn't frozen.
Ugh, that's awful. So really, the only cure is prevention. How do we avoid this mess in the first place?
It all comes down to who you interact with. You have to do your own vetting. If someone wants to pay you from a brand new wallet with no history, or they're using some weird anonymous platform, maybe just say no.
The old, if it sounds too good to be true, rule.
Always. And also, practice good wallet hygiene. Use segmentation.
What do you mean?
Don't use one wallet for everything. Have a vault wallet for your long-term savings that never touches anything risky. Then have a separate burner wallet for daily transactions or for trying out new apps.
If your burner wallet gets tainted, your life savings aren't locked up with it.
Exactly. It's like the blast doors on a submarine. You seal off the flooded compartment. You don't let the whole ship go down.
And if you're dealing with really big amounts of money,
then you need to act like it. If you're moving 6 or 7 figures, hire a professional. Get a crypto lawyer or an AML expert to vet the funds before you accept them. The cost of that is nothing compared to having your money frozen.
it's like crypto is finally growing up. It's not just magic internet money anymore. It's a real financial system with real rules and real police.
And real judges, it seems, even if the judge is just a line of code.
Well, that brings us to the end. It's a sobering deep dive, really. We went from crypto is uncensorable all the way to check the blacklist before you accept a payment.
It's a reality check. I mean, stablecoins are incredibly useful. I use them. But they are not digital cash. They are permission IOUs that happen to run on a permissionless network. It's a hybrid.
And as long as you know that and you know how to check the brakes, like we said, you can navigate it safely.
Knowledge is really the only safety net you have.
I want to leave our listeners with one last thought. We always say, not your keys, not your coins. But it seems like for USDT and USDC, even if you have the keys, do you really have the coins?
That is the central question, isn't it? If someone else has a switch that can turn off your money's value, you aren't really an owner. You're a user, a permissioned user. And just understanding that distinction is probably the most important step anyone can take.
Heavy stuff. All right, everyone, check the show notes. We've put those contract addresses for Etherscan and Tronscan there. Go bookmark them. Hopefully you'll never see that true result, but at least now you know how to look. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next deep dive.
Stay safe out there.